Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by Golden Deeps, ASX code GED. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the CEO of Golden Deeps, Jon Dugdale. Hi, John.
G'day, Matt.
Golden Deeps is a suite of base metals projects in the famed Otavi mountain land in northern Namibia and 3 gold projects near Mudgee in the exciting Lachlan Fold Belt of New South Wales. The company's current focus is on the Nosib Block prospect in Namibia, where exploration continues to return some impressive hits of high-grade copper, lead, vanadium and even some interesting-looking silver results. Firstly, John, some great numbers coming out of Namibia in your recent drill program. What are some of the better intersections at Nosib Block?
Yes, Matt, we've got some very thick intercepts of high-grade copper, including 29 metres at 1.54% copper, but also with 4.49% lead, 1.19% vanadium, and nearly 7 grams per tonne silver from only 2 metres depth. And other thick intercepts in that recent release, including 33 metres at 0.7% copper, 3.4% lead, and about 5 grams per tonne silver, again from only 3 metres depth.
So to date, what are the highest grade intersections you've produced out of Namibia?
Within that first intersection I mentioned, we've got up to 9 metres at 3.66% copper, 11.9% lead, 3.6% vanadium. And remembering vanadium's worth about as much as nickel and twice as much as copper. So this is very high-grade intercept, and we've also had some other very high-grade zones, previous release of including 10 metres at 2.65% copper, 10.7% lead and 3% vanadium, and that was only from 3 metres in hole 7, and 7 metres at 3.73% copper, 3.39% lead and a bit of silver as well. So very thick, very high grade, multi-element and almost from surface.
Where exactly is this Otavi mountain region and what sort of past history does it have as a mining jurisdiction?
So we're looking at the western end of the world famous Central African copper belt. So it's in the northern part of Namibia, and some of the biggest mines in the world historically are very high grade. Tsumeb, for instance, which is just north of our properties, produced 30 million tonnes at 4.3% copper, 10% lead, 3.5% zinc. And Combat, which is just south of our key tenements, is 32 million tonnes at 2.2% copper, 1.3% lead and 4.4 grams.
Okay.
So it's elephant country.
Yeah. All right. So what are your immediate exploration priorities in Namibia now? What do the next drill targets look like? Just quickly.
We certainly want to follow up Nosib. There's some immediate follow-up to do there. But also Kusib Springs, which is within our tenements, produced about 300,000 tonnes at 10% copper and 580 grams per tonne gold, and only closed in 2003. It was only mined to about 300 metres, and we see that as the first high-grade copper shoot of several in that environment. So we'll be doing some deeper targeting on that prospect at the same time as following up at Nosib.
Jon Dugdale from Golden Deeps, thanks for joining me today. And remember, Bulls and Bears is only here to give you information and not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page at 6pr.com.au and click the Public Companies tab.